Hey you guys, welcome back to my channel. Today, this video is not public. So if you have this video, you are super special. And thanks for purchasing a how to make a romper video for me. I truly appreciate it. I would love, 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 love if you guys do not share this video. The reason why you shouldn't share this video is because, number one, you paid for it and they didn't. Number two, this is how I feed my family, and this is my business. And if you know about karma, karma will come back around. It'll rub off on your business when you do something and you tell somebody not to do it and they do it anyway. That's what's going to happen. So do not share the video. Enjoy the video as much as you need. If you have any questions, definitely contact me. And we're about to get started. You guys, this is a romper. It is a romper that is serged up in different colors. Come on, Santana. And we're about to start working right now. And this is the cameraman. Hey, Nathan. Okay. So, this is the back. This is the main pattern, which I do sell these again. This is the main pattern. This is the same exact pattern, but I cut it up and I pieced it right here. Right here. I cut it up and I pieced it. Okay. So, first we're going to figure out what color our back is going to be. I think we're going to do the back this color. So, on your pattern, you should have lines and it should say fold right here. You should already have a rotary cutter and you should already have a rotary board. So if you do have your rotary board, lay it out. Get your cutter. Get your fabric. If you have not already cut off the edge part of the fabric, cut it off. That way you won't put your pattern on top of it and mess your pattern up. So go ahead and cut it off. Depending on how long your material is, you might be able to go from the wide side of your material. Let me see. Yep, we can go from the wide side. So this is the wide side of my material. This is going to be the back of the romper. So I'm going to fold it. Yeah, excuse the back. It's been a busy time. Okay, so I'm gonna fold it and then I'll place my pattern on top of it once I make a fold. Okay, so I sit it directly on that fold. The same piece that says fold right here, I line it on the fold. What I do suggest you do is start from the bottom or the top of your fabric. Make sure it's laid flat. So I'm going to pull it down all the way to the bottom. If you feel like your stuff is moving, you can sit anything like a canned good, anything on top of it to where it won't move when you go to trace it. And then I suggest you to cut in a square or a rectangle. So I'm going to go directly up and straight across. So now I remove all the other stuff that I'm not going to use. And now you can just trace it. Okay, so all the pieces is off. All the excess is off. So we're going to remove this, this. So now we have our back piece. If you open it up, It's 1. So this is the back. I got a spot on here. I'm gonna have to fix that. We're gonna use, let's use white. Now it's time to play with, I'm gonna sit this down because I don't need it anymore. So if you have this exact, well, of course, you have this exact video. So what you can do is figure out your colors, where you wanna go with what. This is 5. So I have them numbered 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So if this is 5, we're gonna fold it. Oh, that ain't gonna work. That's not gonna work. I'm gonna have to do 6. So work with me, y'all. So we're gonna do this. Shit. Wait, let me figure that part out. Because even if we go to cut it like that, okay, we can do it like that. So this is 5. So 5 is missing 1 on this side. So we're just going to fold it over. And we're going to do it on the fold. And then we're going to cut. Remember I told you to cut in squares or rectangles. We're going to cut. Okay, so this is gone. Oh shit. Let me do this first. I didn't put nothing down to hold it. That's why it moved. If it moved, make sure you line it back up before you cut it. Okay, so this is 5. So now we're gonna open up 5. After we laid it out, we're gonna open it up. It's gonna look exactly like this. So what you're gonna do is you're gonna put your piece on top of it. You see it? You're gonna lay your piece, your pattern directly on top of it. And once you do, you cut off the part that you don't need. So you basically tracing this pattern on top of the other one. So you see it? So now we have this part. Let me tell us something here so I won't get it confused. So now we have this part right here. You see it? You see how it will connect? We can take 2. You can mix the colors up any way that you want to mix them up. You're the designer. Create it how you want to. Don't forget to cut off your extra right here so you won't lay your pattern on top of it. I'm just going to cut a little piece off. I'll do the rest later. So I'm going to sit this on top of it. I'm going to cut in a square. Well, a rectangle, sorry. You see it? So then I'm just tracing around it. So now I'm putting this piece back right here. This is the back. So 4, what color am I? Purple. So I'm just trying to mix up a whole bunch of different colors. That way you can see the cuts. What happened? Oh, okay. So I'm gonna cut that little piece off again. It's everywhere. So I'm gonna do 4 right here. So I just put the 4 right here. I'm gonna cut in a square, remember? That way you get a clean cut when you go to use your fabric again. Then I'm cutting the number 4. I suggest you move your stuff out the way so you won't mess it up. So 4 goes right here. And then we'll just take the 3 and we'll just add a piece of glue. Oh, oh, we didn't do the other side. Okay. We can use this little part down here. I can do it on the top one because it must be get close. So I took 3 because we're missing 3. We don't have 3. So I took 3 and I put it right here. And I just cut it straight up. Remember, place something in the center of your pattern if you think it's going to move. Or if you don't want to hold it in place. So now 3's right here. You see it coming together? And then we're gonna do, I'm gonna just do 1 like that too. Oh well, it's just gonna be more blue. So I'm gonna take 1, I'm gonna put it right here, all the way at the edge. So I'm gonna put 1 right here. You see the outfit? So I'm gonna pick up 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So I'm gonna move these. Let me set up my thing. 1 second, Jenna. Okay. One second, you guys. Thank you. I got you.
Oh, do you still need a charger?
Yeah, a longer one though. I think I got a longer one by my bed. Wait a minute, y'all. I'm setting this up. So this is the back. I'm going to lay it out so you guys can see it. So this is the back. Let me show y'all. So your pieces should look like this. You can mix them up any color that you want, but your back should look like this. Your back should be solid. So what we're going to do is, if you do not have a serger, that does not mean that you cannot make the outfit. What you're going to have to do is go over it multiple times with a sewing machine. So I'm getting ready to stitch I'm going to plug up the serger to where y'all can see how it's going to be put together. Right here. Give me a second. Just how you're done, please. I have to get this video out. Okay, so I got the serger together. Let me see. I'm trying to figure out which way is a good angle. Wait a minute, you guys. Okay, so first we're gonna take the whole piece. You're gonna put it together from point to point. Point to point. You can lay it out to where it's point to point. You see how I'm folding it in half to make sure it lines up together. And then what we're gonna do is we're gonna take the center. We're gonna take the center and we're gonna do it that way because your machine goes this way. So you sit it up underneath your machine. Let me see if you can see me. You sit it up underneath your machine. The same as if you have a sewing machine. It's no difference, even if it is not a serger. Once you put it up underneath your machine, you grab your points. Keep your points together. It's important that you keep your points together. If you don't, it's gonna slide off. So, you start stitching it. And once you start to come up to where your point is, then you switch to make sure your points line up at the top of the romper. And I suggest you to go over it multiple times. The reason why I do is because I don't want it to fall apart and I don't want it to come out in the center. Cut your strings. Cut your strings. 1 second. Okay. Now, after I do that, this is what the seam should look like. I'm going to show you. This is what the seam should look like. Make sure that you match your threads. So, this is the outside. Well, it's kind of hard to see because it's white. But this is the... It look really crazy that way. I don't know. But this is the outside. This is the inside. That's why it looks so white. Thank you. That's on your face. I need a extension cord. 1 second, let me get a extension cord. Okay. 1 second, you guys. Okay. I just gotta make sure my phone don't go dead. Okay. Okay, so we done with that one. So we put this to the side. Now, what we're gonna do is, you see it? What we're gonna do is take our pieces. Can y'all see it? So what I'm gonna do is, I'm gonna flip this piece forward. Look, I'm gonna flip it forward and line it up. You see how I'm lining the points up? So now I'm gonna hold right here these 2 points. I'm gonna bring it to my machine. See if you see it. You see it? Don't mind the mess. It's a sewing mess. So I'm lining this little point up, and then I'm gonna hold these 2 points. Can y'all see it? Or y'all might need to see it the other way. Let me see. Let me see if it's better the other way. Can you see it like this? So you see how I'm lining it up? So you're gonna hold this point and this point. And you're gonna make sure it stays on the line directly together. Because if it don't, and it don't catch it, it's gonna be off. So even if you do not have a serger, you can still keep doing it multiple times with your sewing machine. So let me show you what it'll look like the first way around. This is how it looks with the serger. It might look a little different with the sewing machine, but if you pull it out, you see it? But still go over it multiple times. That way it won't come apart. So when you open it up, it looks like this. Now, we lay it back down again. I'm gonna bring you back over here again. Work with me, work with me. So you see it? Let me zoom out. You see it now after I stitched it? So now what we do is we lay this piece forward. You can do either or, but this is what I'm doing. I'm gonna lay this one forward. I'm gonna line it up on the ends. Wait a minute. Okay, so I laid it forward. You see how it's laid forward. So now all you do is you hold this piece. You line it up. Make sure it's lined up. Once it's lined up on the edges, hold this piece. Bringing it back to the machine. Once you hold that piece in place, I'm putting it up underneath the machine. Once you put it up underneath the machine, like I told y'all, you have to hold that area. So once it's lined up, you hold the other side of the area right here, and then you let it guide through. So, look at how it looks when it opens. So now, we're going back. Oh, sorry, y'all. We're going back to our little area. It came undone. We're going back to our little area. We're going to put it back. See how it's coming? Look. You see how it's coming along? So now we're going to take the purple, because we need the purple to connect to the white first before we can do the blue. So we're going to flip the purple this way. We're going to hold this part. And we're going to take it to our machine. There we go again. Back at the machine. And once we put it up underneath the machine, you hold the other side, remember? And that's my sewing mess. Clothes, fabric, patterns, everything everywhere. We had a pattern sale today, so that's why stuff is everywhere. And I'm going over for the second time. So, we went over it. We're going back to our last piece. Let me flip it out. You see it? So now we're just going to our last piece. We're going to flip it forward. Line it up. Line it up. Bring it back to our machine. Make sure it's lined up. Cut your strings. Go back over it one more time. So now, we're going to lay it back out. Oh, yeah, this is hard. Anyway, we're going to lay it back out. Now it's done. See it? Look at it. It's all serged. All the pieces is together. So now what we do, we take this piece, which is the back piece, we line it up. So you're going to open it up, you're going to line it up. You're going to line your corners to your corners, your diamonds to your diamonds. It might be a little shorter because you seamed it. So I'm going to line it up as much as I can right here, and then I'm going to pull the camera back so you guys can see it. Okay, so look. You see it? It's going to be a little off because you seamed it, so you took some in. So where we're going to start at, we're going to seam the crotch first. That way it's even in between your legs. Let me set it right here. So you're going to hold it directly in the center, right here. And then you're going to scoot the rest of your outfit to the side, like y'all see how I just pushed it to the side. And then you're going to make sure the bottom part of your leg, like where your crotch is, line up. You have to hold it. It's important for you to hold it. see it? So this is the crotch part. So what we're gonna do, we're gonna go the opposite way. And then we're gonna hold the end part of it. Because this is the part of your crotch. So you see it? So your crotch is done. But, like I told you, go over it again. And if you're using a sewing machine, you're going to have to go over it like 4 times. To make sure it don't come apart. So you see it? So look, let me show you. Let me show you right here. Look. This part is closed. So now what we do, we're going to go from the points. So we're going to line up this point, and we're going to go from this point all the way to the bottom. So I grab both of my pieces right here. I put them right here. And once you sit it right there, you grab the bottom part. You line it up. Make sure you hold it. If you don't hold it, it's not going to line up. Make sure it lines up on the other side, on the sides too. Make sure the blue's lining up with the top part that we're stitching. Okay, so I went over it twice. You see it? Okay. 1 second. Okay, so look, we did that part. We did that line. Like that's one side. So now we're going to do the other side. So look, can you see it? It's coming together. So now we just have to line these two pieces up and stitch this whole side. Once you put it on there, like I told you, it has to be on the edge. There. And then you line the bottom up to make sure the bottom is even. Okay, so cut it, go over it again. So I went over it again. And then I'm going to cut my string. Now let's bring it back over here so we can see it. So it's pretty much put together. It's just the top part that's not put together. You see the top part ain't? We just gotta serge those pieces at the top. You see it? So that's what we're about to do. We're about to serge those pieces because you see it? It's put together, then we gotta turn it inside out. So right here, I'm about to serge these two pieces. So that's one side of the top. And then of course, remember I told y'all, go over it. Always go over it, or you're gonna have cheap outfits. Put it on. And now we're just doing the other side. Okay, so we're about to turn it inside out, y'all. Let's see what it came out to be. So we're turning it inside out. Can you see it? So now all you have to do is trim it. So I hope this video was helpful. And I hope you enjoy your outfit. You guys, I will post the end result once I trim it on our Hidden Agenda brand. But this is how it's serged. This is how it's put together. Now, just trim it. I can't show you how to trim it. Let me see real fast. Let me remove this. Need a color. No, that don't work. I need a color. What color should I do? I think I'm gonna do pink. I'm gonna do this pink. So we can do some different colors. So I don't have a whole bunch to do a trim with. So we're just gonna use what we got. So you guys, all you do, I'm sure you know how to trim. If you do not know how to trim, I'll just send you a trimming video. I hope you enjoyed the video. Thank you.